A month ago, Mitchell Trubisky, the Bears quarterback, had 2 really good games in a row. He played really well against the Detroit Lions. That was on, I believe, on Thanksgiving, I think. And then he played really well. It was on Thanksgiving. Then he played really well against the Dallas Cowboys the following week. And look, he was moving around really well. He was accurate enough. He was making solid decisions. And it felt like in those 2 games, those 2 weeks in a row, I was like, oh, maybe Mitchell Trubisky's making progress. Maybe this could work. If he keeps playing this way. And it made me pause for a while and go, okay, have I been wrong about Mitchell Trubisky? Is Mitchell Trubisky getting better? Is there a chance he works long-term in the NFL? I don't know. But if he keeps playing this way, I'm going to have to eat my words. However, this is what stinks. The thing was, Mitchell Trubisky needed to keep that up. He needed to consistently play that way. He raised the expectation. Mitchell Trubisky showed us what he's capable of. He's got good ability in there if he can play that way. The problem is, since those 2 games, we haven't seen that same Mitchell Trubisky. He suddenly disappeared again and went back down to normal. He had a high spike in play, but he's back down to where he normally is. And you know what's really funny to me is that in those 2 games where he played great, guess what his team did? His team won. Because it's kind of important for your starting quarterback to play well if you want to win games in the NFL. And in the last 2 weeks, as Mitchell Trubisky's come back down to earth and not played as well, not been as accurate, not run the ball around, not run as well, not run as much, not made as good of decisions. What has happened to the Bears? Oh, they've lost. The Bears have lost now 2 games in a row. They lost to the Packers last week. They just lost to the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday. Mitchell Trubisky's back down to earth and back down to playing like his normal, mediocre self. On Sunday against the Chiefs, he was 18 for 34 passing. He had only 157 yards passing, no touchdowns. Hey, no interceptions. That's good, I guess. But when you're just not accurate, it doesn't matter anyways. The Bears got to move on. The Bears have to walk away. At this point, it's becoming, you ever seen that couple that, they go on I've been in the situation. You go on a date, you're like 5 dates in, and by the time you get to like the 5th date, you're like, okay, this is not going to work long term. There's too many red flags, and she's too many deal breakers, and she has too many things I hate about her, and too many things she hates about me. It's just long term, this isn't going to work. And then you don't end it. You just keep hanging out, even though you know that there's no future here. That's what's happening with the Bears. They're just like that couple that's afraid to break up that ends up dating for an entire year when it really should have just been a 2-month relationship. The Bears got to own up and admit they made a mistake. Mitchell Trubisky's not the guy. He misses routine plays. Simple throws to open receivers, he misses all the time. Mitchell Trubisky's not capable of playing well enough for them to consistently win. He's not consistent enough for them to win all the time. It's just not going to happen. And he's got to use his legs more. It was so weird to me. On the first drive against his Kansas City Chiefs, Mitchell Trubisky ran the ball 5 times. 5 times, and it was like, okay, he's moving the ball. There was a 3rd and 5 where he ran for 8 yards. I was like, this is awesome. We got to see this more from Mitch. And, after running 5 times on the first drive, how many carries do you think he finished the game with? When the game was over, he only had run the ball 6 times, which means after that first drive, he only ran the ball 1 more time. And it's not like these were designed runs. I mean, this is Mitchell Trubisky extending a play, keeping a play alive. Using his legs is a huge deal. And if he doesn't do it, it doesn't matter. That tool is invaluable and it's not useful if he doesn't use it. And man, it's killing me how regularly Trubisky's he'll have guys open deep and he's inaccurate. He'll miss a throw. The Bears got to move on. It's not working. They got to own it. They got to admit the mistake. The Bears drafted the wrong guy, and your failure is embarrassing. And the Bears got to own the embarrassing failure that they just drafted. They could have had Deshaun Watson. They could have had Patrick Mahomes. They didn't draft either of them. They drafted Mitchell Trubisky, a guy who doesn't seem to have it emotionally and mentally to have the gusto and the confidence to get going. And it's not working. It's just not going to happen. And you got to cut bait as soon as possible. I know people that know Mitchell Trubisky that have met him, and they say he's a nice guy. And being a nice guy is awesome. And I mean no offense, but being a nice guy doesn't make you a good quarterback. He's not a good quarterback. In fact, he's the problem. And it stinks. Everything I'm saying is really harsh, but it's reality. Mitchell Trubisky's not good enough. He's had plenty of opportunities. We've been waiting, and the Bears are too good to be wasted with a bad quarterback. Mitchell Trubisky simply isn't good enough, and it's time for the Bears to move on.